The average sea monkey's life is pretty awful. In fact, I'd probably say the quality of life of an average sea monkey is probably the worst out of any pet. For starters, sea monkeys lived most of their lives in one of these. These little satchels have all the sea monkey eggs in them. And if you're wondering, sea monkeys are alive. I think they called it suspended animation. So the sea monkeys is just rotting in here. This is the equivalent of vacuum sealing a newborn fetus and then sticking it in the freezer until you're ready to use it. And when they eventually are hatched, they get put in these little cramped torture chambers. You know those Hong Kong cage apartments that they have? This is the sea monkey equivalent. I'm sorry, I like my sea monkeys a bit more free range. And if you're wondering what makes me qualified to speak on the behalf of the sea monkeys, well, I've obtained a crustacean college of sea monkey knowledge. As you can see here, this was 20 bucks on the sea monkey website. If you also noticed on my wrist, I got a sea monkey wrist aquarium. I know you're jealous about this. It comes with a little half dome that you can suck sea monkeys into, and then you attach it here. Then I can carry my little pets anywhere I go. I won this in a fierce bidding war on eBay. I think I paid a couple $100 USD for it. Also, I got this sea monkey shirt. I thought it would shrink in the wash, so I got 3XL, but it's kind of saggy. So I decided today, no more torture of the sea monkeys. Look at this. This is what you call free range. I'm going to be building a sea monkey utopia in here. Look at the size comparison between this little wage cage and all this real estate. I've bought a healthy amount of sea monkey instant eggs. We're going to have thousands of sea monkeys dwelling in here. Now I've bought a few trinkets to customize my aquarium. First of all, I'm going to mold my landscape with this Super Sculpey firm clay. There was a lot of fierce debate online about what clay is the best and most suitable for an aquarium, and I saw a lot of people recommend this one. So, you know, I've done my research. I got paints, paint brushes, stuff to cut the clay with, gloss glaze to seal in the paint. Hopefully this is not a carcinogenic. I don't know if sea monkeys live long enough to experience cancer. I also bought a lot of these little Japanese micro city things. These are like little models. They're like little skyscrapers. You know, little apartment complexes for the sea monkeys to live in. I got a bunch of these. I even got them their own Eiffel Tower. And don't worry, they're also going to have modes of transport. I bought rush hour for the little miniature cars. As you can see, there's little plastic cars that can go on our clay roads. I got a little portrait of me, just to remind them who brought them this good life. Probably going to have to laminate this with, I don't know, sticky tape to waterproof it. If you want an idea of what it's going to look like, I did loosely base my whole layout of a mini aquarium they used to sell that looked like a little city. So I'll put some pictures up there to see, so you can see what it's going to kind of look like. I think the first thing we're going to do is mold our landscape with the clay. Now we've got to roll out a bit of a base. I'm going to have a clay base that sits on the bottom of this aquarium. In order to fit it inside the aquarium comfortably, it's going to be about this long, and I think it was 220 mils wide. I got a rolling pin to roll it all out. This stuff's supposed to be pretty tough. I don't know how malleable it is. And apparently you just put this in to the oven for 15 minutes and it cooks. Oh yeah, that's really tough. I don't know how we're going to roll this out. That is like firm. This stuff's like a brick. You could make a house out of this. Let's get the cutting tools out. Might just have to cut this in half. Far out, it's even hard to cut through this. Oh, man. Damn, when it said firm, it wasn't f***ing around. How am I supposed to flatten this out? Jesus. Getting it sort of flat. I don't know how thick we want it. Oh, man. I think I finally rolled it. That was really f***ing hard. As you can see, it's just about 220. Give or take. It looks quite munted. This is the best I can do, you know. It gives the landscape a bit of character. If we put the rule a long ways, just 300 I reckon. Definitely want a road going down the middle. And I was going to try and add hills and stuff with this. There is no way I can mold that. Okay, we'll have a main road going down the center. Wow, that looks great. As you can see, we've got a little intersection here. Look, the car goes down, broom, broom, good stuff. I hope this doesn't disappear when it bakes. I'm not sure if it will. We'll super glue the cities into these little corners. Okay, that doesn't look too bad. Okay, that can be like the metropolitan area. Here, I want to have like flat green, like a park. Maybe this is where I can put my picture. Over here, we can put the Eiffel Tower there. Yeah, just stick the Eiffel Tower right there. It's good because it leaves a little imprint. You can kind of see where you're going to glue it. Hopefully the super glue works with this. Mate, the sea monkeys are going to be over the moon with this. We've got a terminal station. Yeah, just chuck this in there. If any of the sea monkeys want to catch a plane to Bali, they can do that right there. This looks pretty f***ing awful, but it's better than what most sea monkeys get. It's going to look better when it's painted, I'm sure. You know, I'm not the best at arts and crafts, but I'm quite proud of my creation. I think it's time to put it in the oven for 15 minutes. Hopefully it doesn't crack and break apart. That should be interesting to see what happens there. And then I think it's time for painting. All right, it's back from the oven. It managed to stay in one piece, which is quite surprising to me. It may have got a little crispy on some of the edges, but other than that, it's quite cool now. I think it's ready to paint. I also laminated, covered in sticky tape, my little picture, which I think I will super glue there, so they have a good view. Time to get out my paints. Apparently acrylic paint is the best for working on clay. We'll be the judge of that. I think I'm going to make the roads blue, or cyan, sorry. Oh, this is a nice green. Very vibrant. Oh no, I've gone on a bit. I haven't been able to stay on the lines. I've gone a bit on the road. Squirt a bit of cyan on. I'm a grown man playing with sea monkeys and clay. Painting's kind of peaceful. Oh, that looks nice. Look, it may look like a 2-year-old made this, but this is pretty good for my standard. There's a few gaps and stuff, but I've tried my best. I don't know how good these roads are. There's a few potholes and shit around. Looking at the glaze bottle, it says it's going to take 24 hours to dry. We're not waiting 24 hours. We're going quick. I think you just plop it on, don't you? I don't know how much of this I'm supposed to be using. It does look like someone may have spread a nut across the whole thing, but that's how you know it's going to be sealed in well. Now, while that sets in, I think we can put these on. I've got my Gorilla Glue. There you go. Eiffel Tower's on. I'm hoping this stuff actually sticks, because this is what I'm going to be using to glue it to the bottom. Okay, I think I've stuck everything on to the best of my ability. Oh wait, I forgot. Gotta put this on. There we are. Look at that. Looks pretty good to me, but I don't know what I'm seeing because I'm feeling a little lightheaded due to the paint fumes and the super glue. There's the shrine to me. Got a bit of traffic law going on. Now transporting this into there, I honestly don't know how I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna coat the bottom. No, I want this stuck. I've got to put a generous amount on. I'm definitely losing brain cells huffing all this in. Okay, that should be enough. Now, is this going to break? Come on. Oh, look at that. Is it too wide? No way. I've made it too wide. My measurements were off. So only maybe... Oh, no. This is not going well. Oh. Oh, maybe this bit gets slotted. Oh yeah. Oh, it's just breaking. Oh dear. I don't know about you, but that looks pretty good to me. I think it's time to bring in the sea monkeys. I got 8 liters of distilled water. This is the sweet elixir the sea monkeys are going to gobble up. Some of it's floating. This isn't how I envisioned my utopia. Well, so far, the Eiffel Tower is the only one that stayed stuck down. This is looking like some sort of horrible flood. Yeah, it's looking quite good. At least my photo's still there. Now, step 1 is to add these water purifier packets. I've got a bunch of these. Oh, one of the water purifier packets fell in. Oh, that stuff reeks. I got a big wooden spoon to stir it around. Oh yeah, make sure that's nice and purified. We're hatching our eggs. I'm giving you life. Welcome to paradise. There we go. I can see the eggs floating around. Give that a good stir. Now I do have food packets, but you're not supposed to add those until a few days. Now I got heat mats that are supposed to stay under the tank at 26 degrees Celsius. Oh, they got an American socket. So now I have to do some extracurricular activities by getting a socket converter. Great. Time to put this near a windowsill and see if they grow. And while we wait, I did buy something special. I've got a sealed PC copy of the amazing virtual sea monkeys. We're gonna have a little squiz at this on my personal computer. Okay, it's been a day and I don't see any sign of life. I thought maybe these could have been sea monkeys, but I think that's just a bit of super glue. I feel really bad about putting them in this situation. So if anything does grow within 3 days or a week, I think I might pipette them out and put them into an actual sea monkey enclosure. I know I said those were like wage cages, but I think it's better than living in this cesspit. All right, day 3, still not looking good. I mean, the only sign of life right now is this mosquito, but I'll hold out hope. Okay, it's day 5 and I think it's the end of the road, boys. By now, you'd at least hope to see some sort of speck of life, but there is just nothing in here. I was thinking of adding the food, but I don't even know what I'd be feeding. No life has grown. Well, all I can say is I tried my best.